Hey everyone, my name is Danilo Petrovic.
I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Denis Kudla.
I'm Evgeny Donskoy.
I'm Henry Laaksonen.
I'm Peter Torebko, and you're listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Hey, welcome back, tennis fans, or should I say konnichiwa, because we're in Tokyo for the Olympics, and it's the women's draw preview. That's right, we did the men's earlier on today. Now it's the women's turn, and it's going to be an exciting one. We have got the two best players in the world. They're going to be pitting it out at either end of the draw in this one, JG.
Mate, why didn't you do the konnichiwa thing on the men's earlier?
Didn't think of it.
I liked it. It was a good touch. But yeah, on to the women's now.
Arigato.
Is that another one? I don't know what that means. I think that means welcome, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, no, well, konnichiwa I think is good afternoon, I think. So maybe it is there over there. I'm not sure.
Well, no wonder we've not been doing it because we don't have a clue what we're talking about.
That's
but
it,
on
mate.
to this. This is the women's. We did the men's earlier. There was a bit of a shock surprise in one of my brackets for the men's. Am I going to see a shock here today? I'm not going to reveal what it was. You have to watch it if you haven't seen it already. But go check out the men's video. It was a very good one. Dissecting the whole bracket and all of the potential matchups we could be seeing. And we've got Tarjin Bolt in the chat saying it feels like a Grand Slam, except it's only a week long. It does have a very special feel about it, the Olympics, I must admit. It's obviously every 4 years, and the tennis, there's a lot of talks, should it even be in the Olympics? The players even care too much about it when they've got such a busy schedule in itself. But for me personally, I love the Olympics. I think it's great. So hopefully we get to see some good tennis. I know it's going to be at 3 a.m. or early hours. A lot of the matches are going to be starting. It's not ideal for people living in the UK, but we will be doing our best. Let's not waste any more time on this. Let's bring up do you want to see the entry list and the previous winners?
Entry list first, and just thanks to the Blood Elf there for just correcting us. I knew it was something. Arigato is thank you. There you go. I remember seeing people.
You started the podcast saying thank you.
No, I didn't. I started it with saying konnichiwa, good afternoon. Mate, see, if I'd have listened to you, I'd have started it by saying thank you. So luckily, I went with my instincts. Anyway, I'll bring up this list of the players that are going to be there. So let's have a quick look on here. As you can see, the world number one's going to be there again, fresh off Wimbledon Championship winning Ash Barty. She is the world number one. She's going to be there. See how far ahead she is, the number two as well. She's 800 points ahead of Naomi Osaka, who is the home country girl. Is she going to do it for Japan and get that gold medal? That's the big question, really, on everybody's lips, probably around Japan. She's going to be one of the main stars. Will she be carrying the flag? That's a big question as well. Probably has to be asked.
Well, I think she will be, personally. Osaka's got a really good shot. I noticed earlier, I saw one of the comments on the last one we did for the men's, and someone said, isn't it funny how we put all of the Japanese players going out first round? So hopefully on the women's, we're not going to be doing that. We do have Osaka here, so it's going to be unlikely she goes out first round, but anything's possible. And I would like to just say here, there's some really good names playing. The ones in red, Halep, Kenin, Andreescu, Williams are the ones who aren't making it in the top 10. And no offense to any of them, but Halep, we've not seen her much this year. She's not been in the greatest form. Sophia Kenin, shadow of her former self. Andreescu, shadow of her former self. And Serena Williams, not been really at the races. Unfortunately, she got injured, which is really sad to see. Probably the brightest out of all of them, if I'm honest, is probably Serena Williams. But even that, it's not quite the Serena. You look at some of the other names, like a Sabalenka, Svitolina, Savonte, Osaka, Barty. Excite me. They really do excite me.
Don't you mean Monfils?
Yeah, or Monfils. Alina Monfils.
Well, mate, we're going to have to start correcting ourselves and calling her by her new name, Alina Monfils.
She's not come out and said that yet. We're just basing it off flash scores and on her Twitter. But maybe she will be a Monfils. But yeah, I'm really encouraged by the draw on the women's. I think there's some really awesome players playing. Don't know if I'm going to go down a little bit. There is one what sort of upsets me a little bit. being Coco Gauff. Do you want to go down? Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, no worries. I'll just move down.
Azarenka, another one who's not in there. We've got Krejcikova. She's definitely playing. Probably the most in-form lady on tour at the moment. I saw a stat the other day. I think it's like, 22-2, her record recently. It's phenomenal. One of the best women on tour right now. Muguruza is going to be playing. Kiki Bertens, her last ever tournament before she retires. So she's going to go out on a bang on the Olympics, and that's it. No more tennis from her ever again. Ons Jabeur is going to be there, which is awesome. So we've got the Ons button. Coco Gauff, as I said, a bit disappointed. Kerber, another one I'm slightly disappointed with. But regardless of that, we have some great talent here on show. And Badoza. I'm really looking forward to Badoza.
Pegula on the hard courts, mate. I'm really looking forward to see what she can do again. Obviously, she had a great showing at the Australian Open. So, Kontaveit, can't forget her. She's a fantastic player this year as well. Yeah, mate, the list goes on. Ostapenko, she's been not in the worst form this year.
Who's the lowest? Who got in?
Yeah, let's have a look. Let's go.
So it's interesting. I know we did it for the men. Can you remember who it was for the men?
Barrios for the men's, and oh no, we've got another New Zealander.
Another one crossed out.
There's always the New Zealanders. Why is that?
Don't know. Who's it? Paige Horrigan. She was it was toying with the idea. Then I was like, no, we'll cross you out. But we've got the Roig there from Paraguay.
Oh, the Roig, mate. Yep, indeed. Familiar with her from the ITF tour, and Zarazua. She's made it in, which is really good for her. Sam Stosur as well. She's a classy veteran of the game. Fair play. I can see why she'd be included. And
great for Sharif,
yeah. Nice
and
to see her.
She played very well against Serena Williams, giving her a chance. She's got the protected ranking, allowing her in.
I think that's fair, though. I think that she's definitely higher than she's definitely a top 100.
She'll give a good match, no doubt about it.
Exactly right. Anyway, let's move from that and have a look at some of the past winners of the Olympics. Obviously, the last one was in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and that was Monica Puig who won that against Angelique Kerber, with Kvitova taking the bronze medal there. And then we see, obviously, in London in 2020, that was played at Wimbledon. Serena Williams beating Maria Sharapova in, well, what an epic final that is for a women's gold medal match, and Victoria Azarenka clearing up with the bronze medal there. So
that was special. Yeah, you had Azarenka as well coming third, getting the bronze.
Yeah, man.
Some other legends really of the game. Henin there, Venus Williams, Davenport.
Look at this one, the 2008 one. Was this the dodgy Russian doping year? Because there's the three. We got the gold, silver, and bronze for Russia in 2008. I'm not sure which was the year.
They were banned after that.
I'm not. I can't remember which year they were, but yeah, that one's looking a little bit fishy. Anyway, we've got Justina Nan. She's back there in 2004 in Athens. Venus Williams picking up a gold in Sydney. So both the sisters got a gold medal. I bet that's fun. Go Thanksgiving dinner. They sit down with their gold medals. Just compare them.
You've got Jennifer Capriati, obviously. Someone who's played Gal, isn't it? Gal Falkenberg.
Gal Falkenberg gave her a good matchup. Don't think it was in the Olympics, though, I have to say. But
I think it was a double bagel, wasn't it? Capriati.
I think she took her to 4 in one set, mate.
No,
I think so. I think so. I think she said it was one of her closest matchups.
Steffi Graf there. But let's end that there because we'll be going on forever.
Well, Steffi Graf, got to mention her because the year that she won it was the year that she's the only person to have completed the Golden Slam. All 4 Grand Slams and the Olympics in the same year. Can Novak Djokovic be the first man? That's the question, because Steffi Graf is a lone force and possibly one of the things that could put her in talks for that GOAT debate, really, in the women's side, because a lot of people do think that she is the GOAT for the women's. But... yeah,
I can see that. I know there's a lot. We had a poll, didn't we, recently on our Discord? I think Steffi Graf did very well on that. But
yeah,
for me, it's only one lady. It's Serena Williams.
Yeah, I mean, she's been dominant, hasn't she, in recent years? So anyway, let's move away from those previous winners. And we will get straight into the thick of it obviously going to be the top of the draw. We'll have the number 1 seed. That is Ashley Barty. She is heading the draw, as always, it seems.
And the number 2 seed is Naomi Osaka in this one. And just something to note as well, someone pointed out on the last stream, I don't think players from the same nation can meet until the semi-finals.
Yeah, I think that's correct. They get all split up, don't they, down the draw?
Yeah.
So it's a little bit like when they do, I think when they do like the Champions League and stuff like that, they try and keep all the teams apart, don't they?
Yeah, but do they do? I don't think they do that. For the Champions League, you play against the same country all the time.
Not in the group stage, though.
Oh, maybe not. Yeah. I'm not sure how it works.
I think they try and keep them all separate. But yeah, it's a similar sort of thing. I mean, it's completely different. It's not group stages. It's totally different. Anyway, let's move on to the draw. Ash Barty. It's not an easy first match. Cerebres Tormo. This is another player, like we were saying earlier, with the Kohlschreibers, your Kanepis. Tormo's got to be another one of those players. Not a nice first round draw, really, for Ash Barty.
Could beat Barty. Really good. I think she's class. I really like Tormo. She's a bit different in the fact that I'm pretty sure she's younger, isn't she? I'm 24.
Let me just bring it up because I don't want to give you some false statistics.
I feel like she's young.
She is 24, mate. Yeah, well done. Nail it on the head there from JG. Give him a gold star. Right. Their last matchup was never. They've never played. So they're on the hard court. They both look great. The last time they played Miami Open for Tormo, she only lost to Andreescu. That was in the quarterfinals. And I believe Andreescu was in the final of that one, wasn't she? That she pulled out in the final. Is that right? And Barty, obviously, she won the final.
So I'm going to be going, I think...
Barty.
It's tough. Nah. I can't go too crazy straight. I'm going to go Barty, Sevastova, Heather Watson. That could surprise you. And Pavlyuchenkova.
Now we're talking. JG picking the GB. That's what I'm talking about. Sevastova, picks itself for me. I think you've got to go GB, mate. We've got to promote the GB. This is Olympics. This is, I support GB in tennis. When it comes to Olympics, I'm all GB, all out. So, right, I'm going to go Pavlyuchenkova. I'm going Barty. I'm going Pav. I'm going Barty again.
I'm going to go Watson to beat Pav and then Barty to head section.
Oh, yeah, I think that's fair.
So next bit, there's some really good players in here. Incredible players, in fact. It makes me question really the draw and how fair it is. You've got some awesome ones. You've got Bencic, Pegula. I'm going to go Pegula on the hard courts. Doi Zarazua. I'm going to go Zarazua.
I'm going to go Doi.
Yeah, I know it's because it's the Japanese kind of feel.
She's good on hard, Doi, as well. I think it's more her surface. So
I'm going to go Leylah Fernandez. And I'm going to go Krejcikova. So you've got Krejcikova and Pegula here with Fernandez as well. It's a bit unfair.
Barbara. I'm going to put after as well. Go on the Barb. Like it. I actually am going to go Pegula, and I'm going to go. That's actually quite tough for me because I'm a big Fernandez fan, as you know, but I'm also a massive Krejcikova fan. If they were to meet, that's a real toughie for me. That's really tough. I think I'm going to go Fernandez. Sorry, Barb. I'm putting Fernandez through.
I'm going to go Krejcikova. And then I'm going to have Pegula head in the section.
I'm going to do the same. I'm having Pegula head in the section. So not too different there. Next up, Arina Sabalenka. Saba. She's up against Magda Linette. That's still not a very easy first round match either for her. Number 45 in the world, Linette. She's a decent player, and I'd still have her beating her though. Saba's got too much on the hard court. Then we've got Garcia Vekic. I'm not really sure on that one. That's a bit of a pick 'em for me. I'd go Donna Vekic just on a whim.
I'm going Garcia. I'm going to go Sharif to beat Pettersson. Rybakina to beat Stasser. Rybakina to beat Sharif. Yes. And then I've got Sabalenka Rybakina, which is a repeat of Wimbledon. And I know how much you like both players. You kind of edge towards Rybakina a little bit more. Part of me wants to do it, but I think I'm just going to have to go Sabalenka. They played each other recently and Sabalenka won. So I think it's going to happen again.
I think on the hard courts, mate, I'm shying towards Sabalenka. I've got to be honest. I think she's dominant on hard. So moving down, Petra Kvitova after a terrible Wimbledon outing. Her and Serena Williams both had a terrible one. Can she make up for it here? She only played one hard court match since Wimbledon. She lost it, and that was to Shramkova as well. And that was in 3 sets. So I think she beats Paolini. Paolini, though, is a clay quarter for me.
Yeah.
Van Uytvanck, I'm going to go with her to beat Jorovic.
Yeah, I'm going to go Wang to beat Roig. I think it's too big of a step for Roig. This is a tough one. Kudermetova, Muguruza. Yeah. Very unlucky for both of them players. Muguruza seems to always get drawn against good players and win. So I'm going to fancy her to win here as well. I'm probably going to push her for a few sections, in fact. I'm going to have Kvitova, Muguruza, and I'm going to have Muguruza head in the section.
Yeah, mate, I like Muguruza in this. I think she's got a nice bracket here. I think if she gets past Kudermetova, which she beat her already earlier this year in straight sets, I think she's gonna tidy up that little section as well.
Yeah,
going the same.
Good. We've got exactly the same so far, it seems.
I know. I think for me, they sort of when it comes to hard court though, we know who are the form players though. So
yeah, but does it mean anything?
No, well, look at the humidity. I mean, maybe it's...
look at Roland Garros. Look at the semi-finals we got there. No one predicted them. So I think maybe we're probably playing it too safe and we're not going to see these outcomes. But I can't go too wild because I don't actually see any other solutions right now.
I'm just not sure. I think we need to take the heat into consideration. It's going to be 74% humidity out there, 33 degrees. It's going to be brutal to play in. And... can these players hack it? Can some of them hack it? I mean, I think some of them may struggle, and these are some. We could see some upsets due to like exhaustion. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, who was it we spoke to? We spoke to Mukund, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah.
He said playing over in China, just a nightmare. He said lots of players just retiring after one set.
Yeah.
So, anyway, this one we got the Plisk. She's back after a runner-up at Wimbledon.
She's out as well. Cornet beats her first round. I'm then going to be going Ons Jabeur to beat Carla Suarez Navarro. Sorry, Carla. I love you, but I love Ons Jabeur more. Ostapenko to beat Vesnina. And then Brady back on the hard courts. It's her bread and butter. She loves it. I think these conditions could suit a Jennifer Brady. She could do well. And I'll have her potentially playing an Ons Jabeur in the second round.
Yeah, mate, I think you're just so rude. Pliskova, I'm putting her through. She's been playing better now. Ons Jabeur can't pick against her. I think I might go Vesnina to beat... Is that too much of a risk? No, I'm going to go Vesnina to beat Ostapenko. I'm going to go a little bit of a punt there. Brady to beat Georgie. Brady to beat Vesnina. Jabeur versus Pliskova. Oh, don't make me do it. Go on, Jabeur. Yes, go on, Ons. And then that's tough. Do you have the same, Brady Jabeur?
Yep, exactly the same. And I've got Jabeur head in the section.
Yeah, man, I can't go against it. I want to see the button too much.
Yeah,
I'm going with it. Right, so Sakari next against Kontaveit. What a tie the round that is.
Yeah, that's the other one for me, which just doesn't seem fair. So what was the one we had earlier?
At the top, we had... Where is it?
I can't find it now.
Oh, it was... Lost it, mate. Oh, good. Muguruza versus Kudermetova.
Yeah, Kudermetova versus Muguruza, which is really tough. And then now you've got the Sakari Kontaveit. Doesn't seem fair the way these draws worked out. No. I could rant about it all day. I don't understand how a ranking can't protect a player enough to not play against someone so good in the first round. But that's just the way the cookies crumbled this year. It's unfortunate, but I'm going to be going Sakari.
Yeah, I'm the same. I think she looked great when she was playing in Miami. She beat Naomi Osaka in Miami. She beat Pegula. She beat Samsonova. She only lost to Andreescu in 3. Yeah. So I think she's great on the hard. Habino versus Stojanovic. I'm actually going to go Habino, another Japanese player for me going through. I'm the opposite of my men's draw.
Yeah, I'm not going for many. I think I've not gone for any so far. I'm even going Stojanovic here. Not
Fair
that
enough.
keen on Hibino. Tomjanovic, I'm going to have to beat Shvedova.
Same.
I'm not sure why Shvedova gets a protected ranking in every single event she plays.
Not sure, mate.
I need to look into that. And then Svitolina, I'm going to have her beating Siegeman on 1 feet, as she wants to be called. This is a bit of a shock, Tomjanovic to beat Svitolina, Sakari to beat Stojanovic, and then Sakari to head the section.
This is bad because I think we're going to end up with the same again. I'm going to have Svitolina, but I'm going to have Sakari as well. I think she's too strong.
Okay. So we've got identical so far.
Let's see if it changes. Iga Swiatek, she's up against Mona Barthel. I'm going to have Swiatek. She's going to go through.
Gosh. What kind of section's this as well? And this is another one talking about the draw. How can this possibly be fair? Looking at some of the players here.
I know.
So I've got Savontet to beat Barthel. They all sort of pick themselves, to be honest. I'm going to have Badoza to beat Mladenovic, Putin Saver to beat Podoroska, and Mertens to beat Alexandrova. And if I'm looking at them 4 players, Iga Savontet, Badoza, Putin Saver, Mertens, all to be in the same section is just criminal, man. When some of the other sections are nowhere near as good.
Yeah, I know. It's mad, isn't it?
Look at the next section. How can that even be fair?
I don't know, mate. I mean, it's
ridiculous.
It is crazy. Maybe it's just some favoritism for Osaka. Who knows? I'm going to have Swiatek to beat Badoza. I think it's going to be Mertens head in the section here. I'm going to have her beating Putin Saver and Swiatek.
I'm actually going to have Swiatek head in the section.
I think that's fair. It's close. I'm just going to stick with Mertens. Is pretty solid.
Yeah.
When she's on her game.
Mertens isn't though. And she's next on the list as her last tournament. Is she going to go out on a complete whimper and not win a single match?
Well, she's 4 matches.
I'm not sure if she's playing any doubles, but surely in her last tournament she might be able to pull together a result. No. It's a bit of a sad way to go out, isn't it? Just losing everything.
Not for me. She's lost her last 5 on hard court. She hasn't even won a set in the last 4. I don't think she wins here again. I think Vondrasova beats her.
Okay. Moving down, Buzanescu for me. I'm going to go for Serrano Golubic. I'm actually going to go for Golubic.
Yeah. Risk is a bit too risky. I think you're right with Golubic. And Osaka picks itself for me. That's another Japanese one for me going through. Osaka going through again.
Yeah.
Buzanescu going through. Osaka heads the section.
Yeah, me too. So on to the top. I think we only got one difference here in our semi-final, in our quarterfinals. All of the other quarterfinals are the same. Are we going to see the same results? So at the top, Barty, Pagula. Could that be a potential banana skin for Ashley Barty?
It could. It definitely could be a potential banana skin for her. Not for me, though. I think that she handles the heat better than anyone. We know that, well, living where she lives, it gets red hot. I think she'll handle it. She's from that side of the globe. Yeah, me too. I've got Barty. So moving down, Sabalenka versus Muguruza. This is a bracket decider, really, sometimes. Saba, the player who's just sort of unplayable if she plays her game. Muguruza has all the tools, though. If Saba has an off day, she's out easily. Yeah, Saba played terrible in that match against Pliskova that day. And I've not really forgiven her, if I'm honest. She's let me down, and I'm going for Muguruza here. Well, I was going to potentially do the same, but now you've picked Muguruza, I'm going to go Sabalenka just to mix it up, mate, just to have it a bit different. Okay, so I move down. Ons Jabeur, Maria Sakkari. Ons Jabeur, done, dusted, finished, finito. I'm going to go Sakkari. Oh, mate, how does the button go for Ons Jabeur again? It's her. We're talking about Ons Jabeur. Yeah, there we go. So definitely going for Jabeur, no doubt about it. Just for the button. Yeah, mate, I'd love to see the button all the way through to the final. She'll get a whole song if she wins the Olympics, that's for sure. Anyway, Mertens, Osaka. It's only one girl can go through, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
agreed.
Naomi.
I've got Swiatek, Osaka, and I'm going to go Osaka as well.
Yes.
So we've got some interesting matchups now, some different ones. We've still got the number 1 and 2 seed in, but we've got different pairings in both semi-finals. So who do you fancy from the top first?
So I've got Barty. I've got Sabalenka. I'm going Ash Barty, mate. I think that she's just the ultimate professional, the ultimate consistency, and she's from that side of the globe. I've said it already. I think that she's going to feel at home.
I'm going to go for Muguruza to make the final.
Ooh, I like it, though. I like it.
Ashley Barty out for me. Muguruza to make the final.
Nice.
Bottom, Ons Jabeur, Osaka. I think you've got different. You've got Sakari, Osaka.
Yeah.
What do you fancy?
Sakari, Osaka. The last time they played, Sakari beat her in straight sets. Remember that?
Yeah.
In Miami. We're not in Miami anymore. We're in Japan. Of course, Naomi Osaka's going through to the
boring.
final.
So you got the 1 and 2 seed for the women's again,
and the men's.
Did you do this at Wimbledon as well? You had number 1 and 2.
Yeah, because Serena and Kvitova were 1 and 2, weren't they? I don't think. God, that was the worst.
For the men's, you did.
For the men's, yeah, I think most people did.
Fair enough.
Didn't you have the same? You had 1.
No, I didn't. I didn't do 1 and 2.
Well, you didn't have Medvedev Djokovic final?
I don't think so. I didn't think I had Medvedev. I had Djokovic. I had Berrettini. No, I didn't have Berrettini because that would have been wrong, wouldn't it?
You had Medvedev.
I must have had Medvedev. Yeah,
mate. Don't give me that stick when you do the same thing. Come on. Anyway,
I'll be putting Osaka in as well. I'm going to have Osaka's in my final. The difference is now I'm going to be seeing the most incredible matchup on the women's, which we saw at the Australian Open. Muguruza, Osaka. It kind of defined the tournament for me. If Muguruza was to beat Osaka in the Australian Open, she probably would have won the whole thing. She didn't on the day, and she's not going to this time either. I think Osaka is going to happen again in Japan. It's just meant to be. I'm going to have her winning the whole thing.
Not for me. Ash Barty, she's the one in form. She ruins the party for Naomi Osaka, and she takes the gold medal to add to her Wimbledon title that she just got. Well done, Ash Barty.
Would that then make her a big favourite for US Open?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I
and
think
it's a shame she didn't do a little bit better in the French Open and Australian Open. Then she'd be on the same. We could be having someone in the women's and the men's doing a Golden Slam, but she's already lost too many for that. But you've got Ashley Barty. I've got Naomi Osaka. Doesn't really get more boring than that. Number 1 and number 2.
Doesn't. You're right. Right. Dark horse
time. This is where it gets definitely a little bit more exciting.
Much
my dark horse is easy. It really is. It's Ons Jabeur. I'm taking it before you get it.
I'm getting this. I'm going.
It's an absolute steal that she's a unseeded player here. I've got her going all the way to the semi-finals. She could beat Osaka as well. If she does, I'd still cheer her on. I'll be really happy for her. Ons Jabeur, my dark horse.
And there's my one on the screen there. Jessica Pegula. If she puts it together, she could cause a lot of people problems on the hard court. So Pegula, Barty, they're my 2. I'm going to pop in my little minutes. Don't know how long it's going to be. Don't know. There you go.
Who knows?
I don't think it ever comes down to that, does it?
No, it never does for us.
make sure that you remember to update your bracket. Get in there before, I think it is tomorrow evening, something like that. Just do it today. Make sure you get in there now and just, I think it's, what does it say? The selection ends 24th. So you've got another day, but don't leave it too late.
We've got Yoav there saying I have Muguruza over Monfils in the final. That's a good one.
I like it. I like it. We're going to start using this.
Got Vikash, Osaka Barty. Epic battle, I guess. Yeah. If I am honest, that final would be probably one of the most exciting. But personally, I think Muguruza Osaka would just be equally as good. They've got the ability to make it a real blockbuster match, one that we'll always remember. Yeah. So I'd be really thrilled to see any of them sort of weigh-ins.
I agree,
so
mate.
That's it, mate.
That is it. Let's wrap that one up then. Make sure you've done your brackets. Make sure, if you haven't done the men's one yet, get in there, get that one entered as well. You've got one day, I think it's 4 a.m. or something. So just don't leave it till the 24th because it's only like a couple of hours after midnight. So just get it done before the end of the day tomorrow. Within the next 12 hours, you should be fine.
Yep. And we're going to see you guys in about 20 minutes for our first ever live Q&A on the podcast. I'm going to grab a beer now. We're going to make it a good, fun, jubilant environment here on Game to Love. Make sure to join us. You can send questions in the live chat for it. But we also have, I think, 28 or 30 questions we got before. I might even be more than that. I'm not sure.
I think it's around that.
So make sure you don't miss it. It's going to be fun. Like this video if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button and let us know in the comments who you have winning the Women's Olympics in Tokyo this year. We have also done the men's one earlier, so go check out that video. But for now, we'll see you guys very soon in the Q&A.
Indeed, guys. See you soon.
See ya.